Hello everybody and welcome back to the IROC series presented by More Freedom Trucking. We have a schedule change for today's IROC series race and later on this week for the More Freedom series race. We have, due to issues with 42 drivers at Bristol, we have transitioned to Chicagoland, and that's why we're here today. So for basically IROC Chicago, that's what we're here. We're IROC Chicago. So let's go through our point standings real fast for the IROC series. As you know, there's only 7 races in this series, so let's go through the points real fast. Currently, number 1 in points is going to be the number 49 of Jetman. Second place is going to be the 33 of ZWTF. Third will be the 07 of Douche Baggins. Fourth will be the number 40 of Veteran Chaos. Fifth will be the 23 of Fuller Than You. Sixth will be the number 1 of Jamal Jackson. 7th will be the 13 of King of the Aces. 8th will be the number 95 of Zed Brunna. 9th will be the 55 of Ida. 10th will be the 20 of Adam B 5000. And rounding out the points is going to be that number 66 of Syndicate J. So that's your points right there. Let's go through qualifying. Only 11 drivers, so let's go through qualifying real fast. Starting on the pole is going to be the number 66 of Syndicate J. And on his outside will be the points leader, the number 49 of Jetman. Starting third will be the 07 of Douche Baggins, and on his outside, the number 40 of Veteran Chaos. Starting fifth will be the number 13 of King of the Aces, and on his outside, the number 20 of Adam B 5000. Starting seventh will be the number 1 of Jamal Jackson, and on his outside, the 55 of Ida. Starting ninth will be the 95 of Zed Brunna, and on his outside, the number 23 of Fuller Than You. And starting shotgun on the field is going to be the number 33 of ZWTF. So that is the starting lineup for today's IROC Chicago. Crowds are already here. They're excited to see this race, so let's go racing. As you can see, we have a new pace car here for all More Freedom stock car racing events. It is going to be that beautiful orange and black striped Dodge Challenger. So that's going to be our new pace car going forward here in both the IROC and More Freedom series and any other series that comes along. It's, as of right now, that's what our pace car is going to look like. So it's a good looking pace car. So you'll probably see more of it as I switch to it with the camera. But let's go through your top 5 again real fast. On the pole is going to be the 66 of Syndicate J. Second will be the 49 of Jetman. Third will be the 07 of Douche Baggins. Fourth will be the 40 of Veteran Chaos. And starting fifth is going to be that 13 of King of the Aces. So we have the number 40 and the 49, both the 2 previous winners here in the series. So Vet won at Daytona to start the year. And the last win was by that 49 of Jetman at, excuse me, he won at North Wilkesboro for IROC North Wilkesboro. So again, only 7 races in this series, and we've got the 66 of Syndicate J getting ready to lead us down to take the green flag. We're going to have 27 laps of green flag action here today at Chicagoland. And they get these cars wound up out down into through a little bit of the tri-oval, I would call that, and into turns 1 and 2. The 07 of DB right there behind that number 66 of Syndicate J. Looking down to his inside already, down into turns 3 and 4. DB down on the inside, Syndicate J on the outside. Right behind them, bumping a little bit almost, was that 13 and the 49. Syndicate J is going to lead that first lap. You get your timing and scoring up there, as always. The top 10 will be on the left, and the top all of the 11 drivers will be scrolling across the top, so you can find your favorite driver scrolling across the top there. I mean, really, you're only going to see the 11th place driver, which currently is Fuller Than You. So, as we go forward, let's see. We've got the 07 of Douche Baggins looking down to the inside of that 66 of Syndicate J. Jay's actually going to come back and lead that lap again on the outside. Right behind him, trying to figure out where he wants to go, is going to be that 49 of Jetman. So your battle right here for the lead between the 07, the 49, the 66, with Syndicate J still being the leader right now. still being shown as the leader. The 49 of Jetman right there in the middle of those two cars. On the outside, 66 of Syndicate J. J is pulling away on the outside right there. Going to lead the lap again. Also, this series, no pit stops for them. So it's just going to be all racing all the time for the IROC series, as we still have DB and Syndicate J, and now looks like the number 20 of Adam B5000 is looking to come to play here, as he is pulling down to the inside almost of that 49 of Jetman, losing a little bit of ground, and the 66 of Syndicate J is actually going to be able to get around DB on the outside right there. We're going to see what the 49 of Jetman does. Losing the draft, he is going to fall back into the clutches of the 13 and the 20. Down to the inside of Jetman goes the 13 and the 20. So last year's series champion, last season's series champion, the number 13 of King of the Aces, now up to third place. But your leader's still going to be that number 66 of Syndicate J. We want to see what that 07 of DB has for him. On the outside still is going to be that 49, still fighting for the 5th position right now, with the number 20 of Adam B5000, and throwing her hat into the ring is going to be the 55 of Ida. Jetman now down to the bottom of the track to get back into the draft with the number 20 of Adam B5000. Let's jump back up and make sure there's no movement at the front. Get back here in the back of the pack, we can see the number 40, the number the 95 of Zed Brunna, currently in last place right now. Might lose the draft to get from the back of his teammate's car, that number 23 of Fuller Than You. But your leader here still after on lap number 7 is going to be the number 66 of Syndicate J. Let's see what DB and King of the Aces have for him as they go down the backstretch into turn 3. Inching ever closer is the number 13 to the back of the 07 of Douche Baggins. Let's see if he can get a draft through the tri-oval and into turns 1 and 2. Down into 1 and 2 they go. Still the same running order right now. And Adam B5000's now coming up here. Those 3 blue cars all right there in a row. Just a little bit different shade of blue. Again, these will be the color that their primary colors on their car for the More Freedom series is the color on their car today. And Adam B5000 down to the inside of the number 13 at King of the Aces. Into 1 and 2, coming towards the backstretch. Drag racing down the backstretch. Adam on the inside. King on the outside, down into 3 and 4. Out of 3 and 4 they go into the tri-oval. King of the Aces with a run on the outside. He's going to keep his position as of right now. We'll see what happens as they go down into turn 1 and 2. The outside groove looking pretty stout so far, but Adam B5000 drag racing down that backstretch again is going to be able to finally pass the 13 of King of the Aces. That's allowing the 07 and the 66 to break away from those cars. A lineup right there. Here comes Ida down to the inside of King of the Aces. Followed right behind her is going to be the 49 of Jetman, pushing Ida through turns 1 and 2 and onto the backstretch. Giving his draft to the 13 of King of the Aces, down into 3 and 4. Jetman thought he was going to try to make it 3 wide with ZWTF coming in here. With that draft help on the outside, King of the Aces is able to get the position back from Ida, or keep his position on Ida. But now the 55 and the 33 are hooking up together to get around that number 49 of Jetman. Down into 1 and 2 they go. And Ito breaking away right there. I'm sorry, that was 3 and 4. Down and onto the front stretch they go. We'll check back up here at the front. The 07 and the 66 still 1 and 2 right now. Some great racing happening behind them. Let's see if DB, towards the end of this race, he's only a 1/10 of a second off. And let's see if he has anything for the number 66 as this race gets closer to the end. As right now, the 66 of Syndicate J is going to lead at halfway, and he's going to get those right now 15. He's probably going to have 20 bonus points at this point. And Adam B5000 still a second behind DB and Syndicate J. Some great racing going on back here in the back of the pack, though. That 33 looks like he's about to get passed by that number 1 of Jamal Jackson down through the tri-oval. There's Jamal down to his inside. Great run. Hooked up behind him is going to be his teammate, the number 40 of Veteran Chaos. Vet staying right there in the middle between the two. The 23 of Fuller Than You dropping down to the inside of the number 40 of Veteran Chaos, looking to take that position away. Going to give some drafting help to the number 1, but the 40 and the 33 are able to drive around those other cars on the outside. The 55 of Ida now has caught up to that 13 of King of the Aces, who is, with that drafting help, catching up to the back end of the number 20 of Adam B5000. If these 3 cars can get hooked up, maybe they can catch up to our leaders, who are stretching their lead right now. They've added about 4/10 of a second on Adam B5000 here in the last couple laps. But with the drafting help of the 13 and the 55, maybe they are able to push forward in these last 9 remaining laps to catch up to those 2 leading cars. Doesn't look like DB, the closest he's been able to get is about 1/10 of a second. He's almost at 2/10 of a second now, so he's starting to lose that draft on the 66. Syndicate J, starting from the pole, leading every single lap so far, has had a very strong car. He was able to drive around the outside of the 07 and retain the lead. When I thought DB was going to get the lead from him, he was able to drive around him on the outside. So with 7 laps to go here, your leader's still going to be that number 66 of Syndicate J. And the 49 of Jetman has now caught up to the back of the 55 and the 13. The 49 now down to the inside of the 13 of King of the Aces. Down the backstretch they go into 3 and 4. Side by side through 3 and 4 into the tri-oval. It looks like King's going to get a good run out of the turn into the tri-oval. The 33 is ZWTF coming up to try to make it 3 wide. I thought he was going to make it 3 wide there into turns 1 and 2. Off of turns 1 and 2 they go down the backstretch with Z pushing the 13. I'm betting we're going to see what happens here. A little bit of an opening right there in the middle. ZWTF thinking about taking that opening right there. And King of the Aces able to hold on to his position for right now. Need a little bit more drafting help from the cars behind them for them to be able to make these passes. With laps winding down here, the 07 of DB is still right there behind your leader, the 66 of Syndicate J. He's caught up a little bit. He's chipping away here and there at that lead. So with 5 laps to go, we're going to see if DB has anything for Syndicate J here at the end of the race. I mean, this is the closest right here that DB has been to J since the opening couple laps. So down through the tri-oval they go. It's shaping up to be a good ending to this race if DB's thinking about it into turns 1 and 2. Down the backstretch they go. DB ever so slightly is getting closer to the 66. Backing off a little bit. We're going to see what happens as we go down here into turns 3 and 4. In 3 and 4 and out into the tri-oval they go. DB losing ground again. He had caught up there, and I thought he was going to make that pass. It was less than 1/10 of a second off the back bumper of Syndicate J, and ends up not even trying to make that pass. Jay's car just has a little bit more oomph to it, I guess, and he was able to push his car a little bit harder through these turns. So we're coming down. We're going to have 2 or 3 laps to go here, making sure we don't get the white flag. So if you wonder why I changed the camera to that one, is it allows me to see the flag stand, because when we're driving past it, I don't always see the flag stand and see when the white flag comes out. So I'm guessing this is going to be our 2 laps to go here. So we're going to come around and we're going to be getting the white flag. 1 to go. 1 to go here. Yep, that is it. We've got the 1 to go right now. For your leader, the 66 of Syndicate J. Right behind him is going to be that 07 of DB, but I don't think DB has anything for him, and Ida has now caught up to the back of the number 20. That 33 is EWTF, able to get around the 49 of Jetman. But your battle right here into 3 and 4, and off of 3 and 4 towards the front stretch is going to be no real battle, as the number 66 of Syndicate J is going to lead from the pole every single lap here at Chicagoland in IROC Chicago and take the win. So great job for Syndicate J today, as he was stuck in last place in points so far this year and able to drive around DB on the outside, keep his spot as number 1 and take the checkered flag. So great job today for that number 66 of Syndicate J. So let's go through your finishing order. Again, your winner is going to be that number 66 of Syndicate J. In second place will be the 07 of Douche Baggins. Third will be the number 20 of Adam B5000. Fourth will be the 55 of Ida. Fifth will be the 13 of King of the Aces. 6th will be the 33 of ZWTF. 7th will be the 49 of Jetman. 8th will be the 40 of Veteran Chaos. 9th will be the 23 of Fuller Than You. 10th will be the number 1 of Jamal Jackson. And rounding out the field is going to be the number 95 of Zed Brunna. So fantastic job. Fantastic race today here at Chicagoland. Our next race will be at Fort Wayne for IROC Fort Wayne. So that'll be coming up in another 4 weeks. So every 4 weeks we get an IROC race. So let's we'll check our points real fast, see who's leading. As that will put Jay. Well, we'll move Jay up, give him quite a few points right there. And again, this Friday we're going to have the Boot Barn 75 here at Chicagoland. So make sure you come back for that. Should be an exciting race. Just like this was actually a pretty good race today here for IROC Chicago. But that's going to do it for the IROC series today. Look forward. Make sure you come back for more Freedom Series on Friday. But until then, y'all take care.